Hello, today we will continue with Algebraic Expressions and Equations Part 2. The lesson is titled Algebraic Expressions and Equations. Our content objective is to identify parts of algebraic expressions and equations, and the language objective is to justify and/or explain your choice. Important key vocabulary for today is mathematical operations, term, and variable. The first vocabulary term is mathematical operations. Mathematical operations are mathematical processes such as add or addition, sum, plus, or more, represented by the symbol. Subtract or subtraction, difference, or minus, represented with this symbol. Multiply or multiplication, multiplied by, times, or per, represented by all of these symbols. Divide or division, split, divided by, represented by these symbols. And last is exponents, in this case squared, cubed, or some number to another power. In this case, we could say 4 to the second power. Pause the video here to copy down some of the words translated. Once you've copied down the words translated and observed each of the symbols for the operations, you're ready to practice. Practice number 1 says, determine what mathematical operation is used. Circle the symbol. It also says to be careful for the hidden operations. Letter A, we have 2 and this symbol and 7. I know that this symbol represents addition, but if I forgot, I can go back and look at my notes here and see this symbol next to the words add, addition, sum, plus, and more. In letter A, the mathematical operation being performed is addition. Letter B, we have this number 6 and the letter M. We know that the coefficient of 6 is multiplied by M. So the mathematical operation being performed is multiplication. Pause for a moment and you try C and D. Did you know that the fraction bar in letter C also represents division? The mathematical operation being performed is division. In letter D, I have x minus 1. The mathematical operation being performed is subtraction. The next vocabulary word is term. This is a cognate in English and Spanish, which means the word is very similar. Term is each part of an expression separated by an operation. In this example, we have 4x squared plus 8x plus 18. There are 3 terms here, each separated by an operator or operation, in this case, the plus sign. Practice number 2 asks, determine the quantity of terms in each expression below. In letter A, in the expression 17x plus 12, we need to determine the quantity of terms, each separated by an operation. I see that I have 17x before the plus sign and 12 after. That gives me 2 terms. You try B and C. Letter B says in the expression 2x squared plus 6x plus 12, there are 3 terms. 2x squared is 1 term, 6x is another term, and 12 is the 3rd term, each separated by an operation. In letter C, in the expression 3 over 4 or 3/4 m minus 2 plus 4n, there are again 3 terms. This is 1 term, this is another term, and this is the 3rd term, each separated by an operation, in this case, subtraction and addition. Finally, we have variable. Variable is an exact cognate, which means it's spelled the exact same way in English and Spanish, but pronounced differently. A variable is a letter representing an unknown number. A variable can also be a symbol too. Today we'll work with just letters. In this example, for x, the variable is x. In this example, 2m plus 5n, the variables are m and n. We have 2 variables here. The final practice activity says to determine all variables in the expressions below. There are no equations. In letter A, we have x plus y. We have x and y. Those are our variables, x and y. In letter B, we have 2x plus 2. The only variable is x. Pause for a moment and you try C, D, E, and F. In letter C, did you correctly identify M and N? In letter D, we have two terms, each with a variable, but it is the same letter, so the variable is just x. In letter E, we have 15 plus 1/2. There are no variables. In letter F, we have x, we have y, and we have z. So we have 3 variables here. Okay, that's all. Great work. You can go back and rewatch the video if needed, or if you missed any notes. When you're ready, go get the practice paper from me.